Hey, this is Leonard. I'm gonna do a little tour around my Salsa bike. I got this bike 2 months ago. It's a Salsa El Mariachi 3. It's a 2015, and I've had a lot of fun with it. I'm gonna just talk about it a little bit and show you some of the upgrades that I've done on it. The bike itself is a steel bike. It's a 29er. The frame size is medium, and Salsa's medium is a 17-inch. Honestly, I'm probably about an 18-inch, but I got it a little bit small so I could do some jumping and, just kind of throw it around underneath me. And I can do that some. The places it's not so good is when you're trying to climb a hill, it can bunny hop the front a little bit unless you really keep your weight over the back and a little bit of pressure on your front handlebars. It's a little bit of a balancing act that I'm not super good at yet, but part of it was just me being new. Okay. So this is my Salsa. I'm going to show you some of the upgrades. I'll start with the smaller ones first. And these are upgrades that I would highly recommend that you do on a local bike shop style bike fairly soon, right when you get your bike, because you can try out what they put on there, but they still try to save money even when you spend over $1,000. So here you go. I'll show you things I haven't upgraded. This here is the WTB Volt seat, and that was nice. That came on the bike. The seat post is very good. The derailleurs, the rear derailleur, this has a lot of Shimano Dior parts on it, which is kind of a mid-grade drive system. Higher drive system, like on the El Mariachi 2, would be SLX, or they'll say XO and all of those. I don't really know what that means, but I know that it's a higher grade than my Shimano Dior drive system. Alright, so now we'll get to some things that I have upgraded. The cranks were fine on it. These are decent cranks. You can see I've used it a little bit. These pedals here. These pedals are probably the best upgrade that I've done so far. These are Evo downfall. No, sorry. They're Evo freefall. Freefall pedals. They have studs on them here. I'll show you. See there's studs on that side, and they're like a double construction there, and there's studs on the back. You'll notice they look really dirty. Part of that is I glued these studs with super glue. You just use Loctite Professional Liquid on all of the studs. You want to do that 2 or 3 times, otherwise your studs will fall out. These are maybe $25 on Amazon. I highly recommend these pedals. They have super good grip. If you're going to use flats, and that's what I use because I do jumping a lot, those pedals are a good choice. I believe they get 4.5 out of 5 stars on Amazon. But some of the people that didn't like them just say the studs fall out. Well, I fixed that. Well, anyway, they look kind of dirty partially because I went ahead and wrote it, and then I put glue over that, so I glued in some of the dirt, which I don't care. I think it looks kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, I did the pedal upgrade there. With the bike, Salsa put some very low quality, just pull-on grips on this bike. On their upper level, their El Mariachi 2, they went ahead and put some lock-on grips. Well, I'm quite happy that I bought the one I did because I didn't really want to pay for that. I went to Amazon again, and I bought OD lock-on grips. These are OD Rogue, ODI Rogue grips, and they were $20. And they're lock-ons. My bike shop put them on for me. Alright. I didn't really change anything about the stem. I don't know if this is the correct size stem for me or not. The stem is right there. But the handlebars are fine. My brother has remarked about riding it that this feels a little bit like a beach cruiser. It definitely is not a race bike. This is just a general all-purpose steel bicycle with kind of a classic geometry. It doesn't have the downhill style geometry, and I rather like the just kind of classicness to it. The geometry here, you'll notice, is a little bit different. Through here is a little bit more curved, and this angle here to the ground, I mean, it's got a little slackness to it. If you look back here, also you'll notice a lot of newer style geometry on this back post here. it curves quite a bit. So that's, not your average everyday old style bike. Anyway, all right, so here's something I haven't upgraded that a lot of people will. It's really expensive to do so. They put a RockShox. This is a RockShox Recon TK Gold fork. Just this fork is probably about the same amount of money as we paid for my wife's bicycle, which is a Raleigh Venture 3.0, which is a very nice ladies' bike. I do like that. But a lot of people will probably upgrade this to a Reba. I think it's maybe a RockShox Reba RL or whatever that is. I'm fine with it. I don't need any more fork than that. Honestly, if you're going to go that direction, you probably shouldn't have bought a 100mm suspension bike. You should maybe go to 160 or, the more full travel downhill bikes. But I bought a general all-purpose bike, and I'm very happy with that decision. All right. Okay, so we've done pedals. We've done grips. All right. Here's something that pretty much shows part of the problem with buying a new bicycle. They put a chain on here that I broke after riding it maybe 2 weeks, and I'm not surprised. When I say they, I just mean Salsa, not my bike shop. But I'll have a few things to say about the bike shop here in a minute. Here's the chain. This is a new chain upgrade. It's a Shimano chain, probably a $40-50 chain. It's coated with some stuff so that it doesn't really need to be oiled quite as much, I don't think. They've also taken an extra link out of this chain because when I jump a lot, I was having some trouble with it. Well, partially ghost shifting, and then also even the way it is now, it will jump off of this when it's on this larger chain ring. When I land, a lot of times it'll jump off, which is it's not the end of the world, but it can't pedal anymore and I have to get off the trail when that happens. So a lot of times what I'll do, to get my 204 time, I put this chain actually in the second one, which means I'm not getting full pedaling power. I'm going to roll the dice here pretty soon when I'm trying to go sub 2 on Cottontail, and I'm going to leave it on here and just hope I get lucky and maybe try to land better, because part of it is I'm just not landing quite smooth enough. If I land smooth enough, it's not going to jump off, but it demands pretty good riding. Here's a small little upgrade. I put lizard skins on the back just to keep the rocks off of the frame. This frame color is only available with a complete bike. It's a light blue. They have a orange, like a brilliant orange that a lot of people like, but I actually liked this light blue the best. So I got lucky there, because if I ever want to resell my bike, which I would never do because I use it more than any other item I have here, then it's actually worth slightly more. Anyway, all right. So and then here's where I put my keys. It's dirty. Put my keys and my cell phone in there so I can call if I get hurt. I haven't gotten too hurt yet. All right. Okay, here's my largest upgrade. Here we go. This is I haven't actually tried these out on the trail yet, but I kept getting flats, and the bike shop that I use, which I won't name, I'm very happy with them, but it does help to know something when you go in there. And they act like they have never heard of mtbr.com, but I have a hard time believing that. I just don't think they maybe like it all the way. I like it. Anyway, so we were going to put some Shimano Z55s or something like that on here. I don't know. I mean, they are YT55s. I don't really know what these were. They were tubeless tires that nobody had to really work with much to get them to work. They were sealed, and they didn't need tape and whatever. They were very poorly reviewed for larger riders, especially if you're going to jump your bike. And I go 20 to 22 feet from the back wheel to when I land on this bike. I don't need a rear shock because I bought a steel bicycle, and I'm not riding large enough stuff to really care. I'm still, fairly young, so it's not that much wear and tear. So anyway, So what we did instead, because they couldn't get the Shimano whatever 55s that I looked at reviews of them, and I'm really glad we didn't get them because they're pardon me, but not that great. I researched MTBR, and the most common solution for tires, not tires, wheels, are flows. These are flows, and they or I don't know if they're custom built or not, but they come with Hope hubs. If you have a cycling person, you know, that can mount these up for you, or you're skilled at that, you can save a ton of money. I'll tell you where to get them. Go to chainreactioncycles.com, and you can save more than I did. But I like my local bike shop, so I'm okay. But yeah, chainreactioncycles.com has these in stock. These are flow rims, 29er with Hope hubs. The hubs are very nice. They're a little bit loud, which is fine. I don't care at all. They'll click a lot, but this is bulletproof. I mean, you can, as far as I know, I don't think I can bend these. I'm still 210 pounds today, so. Okay, so to put these on, they had to put a 180 millimeter rotor on the front. I think maybe just an Avid disc rotor. It sings a little bit because it's new, but you know it won't eventually. And I put a Maxxis Ardent 2.4 on the front tire. I'm gonna say I think I got it on eBay. Yeah, maybe $45. It's I think the MSRP is $70, but